am I?
Right.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, I can see the waveforms. That's cool.
Sick.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude.
I am quiet. So here's what I'm mad about today.
Okay, go for it.
There are things that are bad for you, right?
Sure.
And that makes sense.
Most things are bad for people, I think.
Yeah. But there are things that are bad for you, and it can be bad in more than one way. And I think that that's bullshit.
Yeah, I mean,
Like if you're sitting
explain.
if you're sitting on the floor watching TV, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Sitting on the floor can be bad for your posture. And then simultaneously, you're also fucking up your eyes sitting too close to the TV.
Okay. Yeah. Is
It's
that
like,
it?
yeah, I mean, like, that's an example. It's just like, come on, man. Just like, give me a pass on this one. It kind of feels like if you're like in a police chase and then they write you up for like running a red light and you're like, yeah, obviously. Don't count that.
Yeah, you're like, it's double jeopardy.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man. Of course I was going to do that.
Yeah. It would have been a crime not to. Because then he would have gotten caught. Well, look, everybody has to do what's in their own best interest, and I don't think that's something to be ashamed of. Never mind.
The members of this podcast are not well versed in crime, apparently.
Yeah, yeah. Well, actually, we know a lot about crimes. A dear friend of mine and listener of the podcast,
Hello,
nominated me said they're going to nominate me for Queer Eye. I don't know how I feel about that.
that would be cool.
It would be cool to be on TV.
What do they do?
I don't see. I've never watched the show, so I don't know what they do. She was like, "Yeah, they're like." She's like, "We need you to like have a sob story," and I'm like, and she's like, "You got that covered in many ways," and I was like, "Thanks," and then. And then she's like, you need to have like some sort of like event or something that you're planning on going to or hosting or whatever, that like the changes that they make for you will, like they'll show improvement or something. Right. And I'm like, well, I don't see what changes that need to be made. And then I'm like looking around my apartment right now and I'm like, oh, it's one, a complete disaster. And two, there's just like anime shit everywhere. And yeah.
I've definitely been in that mode where I'm just like, yeah, everything, like I'm doing the right thing. And then you look at your life and you're like, why did I think that for even 1 second? What happened in my brain that I thought I was doing okay?
I had that thought recently. I was like, man, I feel good. Like I feel like you guys can probably tell listening to the podcast. Mentally, I'm not all over the place like I was in older episodes. I'm very even keeled right now. But then I'm like, oh, I've lost tons of money in the stock market, but it's not a loss if you never sell. And then I just spent $200 on anime figurines. So, I'm doing great.
That happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've also lost on the stock market.
Well, probably not the same amount of money that I've potentially lost.
Nowhere close.
Yeah, but that's fine. I didn't put in that much in the first place, and I went in and I was like, I'm not selling.
Yeah. So that's good.
It's good to have morals.
The stock market is a crime, so doing good at it should be illegal.
I don't think it is a crime. I think you can treat it like a casino, but for the most part, like you can make informed decisions and like do well, you know. Like it makes sense. It's just volatile because like things are volatile. Like obviously it's not normally as volatile as like GameStop's been in the last like week and a half, but you know, well, I
Yeah,
guess 2 weeks at this point. Yeah, but I don't know.
they did it. That's fine. I think it's a crime, and I think if you're good at it, you should go to jail.
Well, the only smart investment I made last week that was like an intentional choice, I've done quite well on.
That's good.
Investing in old. This is not financial advice. I went got stock in Tencent, which is the
Yeah,
Chinese
yeah.
big
Everybody knows
company.
Tencent because Kanye tweeted all about them.
Did he? Well, maybe
Yeah,
you know about it because you follow Kanye religiously, but I think a lot of
well,
people don't know of Tencent as the company that originally owned TikTok.
yeah,
I don't know what the deal is. I mean, I know like Walmart kind of owns part of it, you know,
yeah, sure. Why not?
because Daddy Trump made Tencent stop.
Yeah. I just want to push back a little bit. When you said I follow Kanye religiously, I feel like that's inaccurate and a little bit offensive because religiously implies once a week.
Okay, then sure. What word would you rather have me use? Obsessively?
Look, I don't do well with follow up questions.
All right. All right.
You can't just put pressure on me like that.
Yeah.
Do you have a bad boy?
Oh, I do. I did research for this week. Although the bad boy is more of a
An entity.
theory, or yeah, it's kind of a
Okay.
concept.
Right.
Gravity is the name of the game.
We don't need it.
Well, because it caused a very tragic incident. I guess the end of January, after we recorded last week's podcast. So like a week ago. Do you know where I'm going with this?
No, the only tragedy I can think of that Gravity did was 9/11 and that one scene in Midsummer.
Well, it's similar to that one scene. So you're a music head.
Oh, I didn't know you were a fan.
I'm not, but
Okay.
I am. I have my fingers on the pulse. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I know
Sure.
some things. So the musician, producer,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call her, Sophie, which
Artist.
sure, artist Sophie, which also I don't love that like her name is just a name. You know, it's hard to Google, you know, just a person's name, like a very common name.
Well, you
Um,
gotta Google their album.
I don't know anything about their music.
I believe they
Apparently,
did Shoo Shoo.
they produced.
Charlie.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she's friends with Charlie XCX, right?
Yeah.
I think that's probably why I know about it because I like Charlie. Anyway, she was murdered by
Mm.
gravity. According to the story, the management her management shared a statement. It says, tragically, our beautiful Sophie passed away this morning after a terrible accident. True to her spirituality, she had climbed up to watch the full moon and accidentally slipped and fell. And then there's some stuff about like, you know, support and privacy, whatever, during these tough times, which I am definitely, you know, my heart goes out to all those affected. I just want to say that. I just want that on the record so that I can say, how silly is it to look at the moon and fall and die if that's what actually happened?
I like when I heard that detail, I was pretty sad because I was like, that's such like a wholesome, innocent thing to be doing. To just be like, I just want to look at the moon. And now that I'm thinking about it,
That's probably not exactly what happened.
You don't really need to be closer to the moon.
It makes yeah.
It's like I'm gonna go 15 feet closer to the moon. You know how far away the moon is?
It's famously in space, which is
It's
farther
famously the
than most of them
furthest thing that exists.
that we've been to personally. Yeah,
Yeah,
human
us
beings have not
personally.
gone. Yeah, yeah, we've gone to the moon.
With GameStop.
Yeah, it's still gonna happen. I'm holding.
Yeah.
Yeah. People at work are like, "You sold, right?" I was like, "No." You're like, "Haha, you're kidding, right?" I'm like, I said I was gonna hold." They're like, "Oh." So they all think I'm a moron. But anyway,
Yeah.
Sophie, I like if I was like here's my thing. If I actually did that and tripped and fell and died or whatever,
Yeah.
as an honest to good accident, that gravity murdered me because that they're the bad boy for me of the week. I wouldn't want people phrasing it that way. That sounds so like I don't know. It's a silly way to die. I'm sorry, but and then the other way is that maybe that is a euphemism for something, and who's to say what? But I think you probably know what I'm implying. I wouldn't want them to say that either. I would just say like
the perpetual bad boy, the bad boy of the cast.
me.
That well, I was thinking of the metaphor that you are going for.
Yeah.
Unless I'm totally misreading everything.
What metaphor do you think I'm going for?
I think you are referencing narcotics.
I mean, maybe. I mean, I wasn't gonna say like an overdose or anything. That could have been it, but I was thinking more of like a deliberate sort of, you know, slip and fall instead of an accidental one.
It's possible.
It's possible, which you shouldn't speculate, but you know what? This is a true crime podcast, and that is what true crime podcasts do. We speculate and discuss murders, which this could be.
It could be.
Yeah. Either way, if it were up to me, I'd be like, don't say that. Don't say I slipped and fell climbing up to watch the full moon. That's just like
I believe that it's a true story. I listened to one Sophie album unless I'm thinking of the wrong person.
You're like, yep, that's tracks.
That tracks. It was a scary album.
Scary.
Yeah, Oils of Every Pearl's on Insides. I listened to that album.
I should have really like done some musical research for this, but as we both know, I don't listen to music.
It's true. Me neither.
You just make it.
That's true.
I still need to make that Sopranos track that I've been meaning to. And I didn't last weekend because I was at my dad's, but maybe this weekend I will.
Making music's pretty good.
It's fun.
It is.
That's a bad boy tip. Make music or anything. Be creative.
Yeah, I agree. This is us being creative. Can you believe that? Can you believe that this falls under that category?
Yeah.
All right, so I have a bad boy.
Oh, you do?
I do. I did a little bit of research, more than last week, wherein I said Arthur did so good, I'm not going to say my bad boy.
He really did do so good, though. He really knocked it out of the park.
He did, which was good because I legitimately had nothing.
And I obviously didn't have anything either.
I was
nothing
like,
real. At least my thing this week was like kind of, you know, there was some thought put behind it, even though it was not a joke, but you know, not as actual crime. Well, it was because gravity did murder her. So
yeah, way to go, Isaac Newton.
Oh, that would have been way funnier if I said it. He was the bad boy. Damn it! Fuck.
Swooping in with the punchlines. I am the funny one, allegedly.
Allegedly.
According to my own intro of the last episode.
Wait, really? I didn't listen to it.
Yeah. I did a disclaimer at the start to warn people that it's a bad episode, and I just referenced myself as the funny one,
Okay.
just so people would know who it was.
I'm the straight man.
I mean, I'll accept it. So, my bad boy. I'm sure everybody is familiar with him in some capacity.
Knowing me, I'm probably not.
I believe he's known as Pharma Bro. Does that sound familiar?
Is that that guy who was like, I'm gonna make insulin like $1 million?
Yep, that's correct. Martin Shkreli.
Shkreli, yeah. Robert Benford keeps posting pictures of him on Instagram for some reason.
I think they're the same person.
They look very similar. They probably are. I'm sure he's made the connection. That's why he's doing it.
Yeah. So yeah, it was kind of a rude move to increase the price of life-saving insulin by like 3,000% or whatever he did.
Yeah. I mean, it costs money to eat, though, you know?
Yeah, sure.
Respect the hustle, respect the grind, man.
He marked it up from $1.50 per pill to $30 per pill. This is not insulin. This is Thiola.
What does that do?
It's medicine.
Okay. It's a healing product. Yeah.
It's a drug used to treat the rare disease cystinuria. Which, you know, I could click on that link there and learn what that is, but I'm not going to.
Because we're a true crime podcast that doesn't just read the Wikipedia article, because we don't even read the Wikipedia article.
Yeah. So he increased the price from $1.50 per pill to $30 per pill. And if you have this disease, you need to take 10 to 15 pills a day. So
that sucks.
That's like $300 to $450 a day.
If I had to take 10 pills a day, I just would die. Like, I'm not doing that.
Take a quick look at the moon, so to speak.
Yeah, I'd go out and just give the moon a little peeky poo. And whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, so bit of a rude move. And then he was also like embezzling and just like making a bunch of fake companies and using those companies to take out loans and then pay back debts that he owed on a previous company. And then he would start a new one and pay off that debt with the new company's loan. So he went to jail for that for 7 years, which, like, good.
Yeah. Is he out?
No, that was 2015. He went to jail. So
he still got another
2 years ish.
Yeah.
Year and a half or so. Yeah. So he had 7 years, and he tried to get out early on what is known as like a compassion. Hang on, let me find I read this article earlier, and now I need to reread it to.
Was it Wikipedia or was it a different article?
It was totally different thing. It's absolutely. Wow. Why would I read Wikipedia? You know, this is a professional situation.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Shkreli insinuated that he has plans to clone Hillary Clinton. And then he claimed that was satire.
Is he going to release the Clay World box sets?
That will never happen.
Well, haven't we done Robert Benford as a bad boy?
I don't want to be associated with Robert
We should get him on the cast and be like, and our bad boy for the week is Robert Benford. Explain yourself.
He would leave.
Yeah, and that would be really funny. That'd be a good bit.
It would be very funny if he didn't even say anything. We just start with that.
Yeah. And we go, hey, and he left. I guess we could do that without even him.
Yeah, but it's only funny if he's actually there.
Yeah.
So Martin Shkreli made a request for compassionate release in April of last year. And so he requested that he finish his incarceration at his fiance's apartment in New York City. And that's not really like a logical thing.
Yeah.
But his reasoning is that one of his many fake companies needs him to cure the coronavirus.
That's an interesting bluff.
Yeah, he he claimed that he discovered the cure for COVID-19
While in prison.
while in prison,
Okay.
and he needs to live with his fiance to get it out to the people.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you need Babe there with you to support you
Yeah,
in communicating the cure.
yeah. The judge characterized it as delusional, self-aggrandizing behavior,
Yeah.
which, like, pretty on point. Now, here's the issue that I have with him.
Yeah.
All of that is bad. But what happened in, I believe, 2013 or 2014, before he got locked up, is the Wu-Tang Clan created one physical copy of an album and then sold it for like $10 million, and he bought it. So he has the only copy of this album. No one else has heard it.
Yeah.
And
It like wasn't ever. It was. I thought you meant like this is the only physical copy. It's the only
it's the only
copy.
copy. It's the only copy. Yeah, so no one else has heard this album. And the Wu-Tang Clan, they're pretty big. People love the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
I've been to a Ghostface Killah concert. I know all about it. It's true. The best member of the Wu-Tang Clan. So he has the only copy. And when he got locked up, the album was seized by the federal government.
Oh no.
So now, no, like, the government won't release it.
Why? I mean, that's a crime. Is this what you're getting at?
Yeah, this is the crime. Everybody knows about his fucking insulin shit.
This is the stuff that the other true crime podcasts don't cover.
No, they would not talk.
They don't
about
cover.
this
They
at
don't
all.
cover about anything that we talk about,
No,
which is why they're bad.
I've just now realized that true crime is almost exclusively means murder.
Yeah, no, it's. I don't know why it is only murder. I don't know why girls love murder podcasts so much.
We rarely do murder.
Yeah. Oh, on this.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, because that's no fun. That's why we talk about the things that other true crime podcasts don't, because we don't really do what the audience for that kind of media wants.
yeah. Sometimes the audience doesn't know what they want. You just got to give it to them, and then they realize that it's good.
Yeah, and that's what we do.
So I found the insulin stuff. He raised the price from $13.50 to $750. Can you just fucking chill, dude? Yeah. So, Once Upon a Time in Shaolin is the album, and
Okay.
RZA, I would say the leader, well, second in command of the Wu-Tang Clan, RZA, tried to buy it back, and the government will not give it to him.
I feel like the government should at least just release it.
Yeah.
Like somebody in the federal government's like, I'm just gonna like convert this to digital, upload it to LimeWire, and just see what happens.
Yeah.
Just
like,
sneak that out.
Just film the record being played on your cell phone and then upload the video to YouTube. It doesn't need to be high quality. It doesn't need to.
I don't even have to do all of it, just like a clip.
Yeah, just let the people have the music. You know that Kanye quote?
No, I'm not. I'm not as familiar with Kanye as you are.
I know it, but I want to get the exact quote.
Okay.
He said, "Fuck all this dick swinging contest. We all gonna be dead in 100 years. Let the kids have the music." And
That
that was about this album.
really?
No,
Oh.
not at all.
I was like, that doesn't seem like I don't think Kanye would comment about this at all, but
No,
it turns out I'm right.
you are right.
He didn't.
No,
Kanye.
I feel like he should. There's a lot that he should be commenting on.
I mean, we need somebody to be commenting on stuff now that our good friend Donald Trump is, our good personal friend Donald J. Trump is no longer president.
He fell off hard.
Yeah. Did you see that letter?
No,
He wrote a letter to
I've heard almost nothing about him since he got banned from Twitter.
the Screen Actors Guild. I'll read it because it's pretty funny. I just need to find it. I had it on my phone, but
we're a reading podcast, folks. You ever heard of an audio book? This is an audio.
There's his letter. Okay,
it's an audio melange.
So it's a letter from the office of Donald J. Trump, and it has a little president logo on it. And it's dated February 4th, so he's not president anymore. Miss Carteris, which I'm assuming is some important person with the Screen Actors Guild. She said, I write to you today regarding the so-called disciplinary committee hearing aimed at revoking my union membership. Who cares? While I'm not familiar with your work, I'm very proud of my work on movies such as Home Alone 2, Zoolander, and Wall Street Money Never Sleeps, and television shows including The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Saturday Night Live, and of course, one of the most successful shows in television history, The Apprentice, to name just a few. I've also helped the cable news television business, and then in parentheses, said to be a dying platform with not much time left until I got involved with politics, in parentheses, and created thousands of jobs at networks such as MSDNC and fake news CNN, among many others. And then he says some other stuff where it's not as funny, but he quits. But it was a good injection of Trump sentence structure that I needed.
He really is just like himself.
He is, yeah. He is nobody other than himself, and that is something I think we all could, learn a thing or two from. The world would be a better place if we were just all ourselves.
Something called dragon energy, folks.
Yeah. Is that a Kanye thing?
It is. Is when he took that picture wearing the MAGA hat with Donald Trump.
Kanye's such an idiot.
He's certainly himself as well.
He dumped all of his points, all of his skill points, into making music, and that was it.
I mean, he's never been wrong.
He takes points out of being smart or being stable.
He's 1,000% not stable.
He min-maxed making music to the detriment of everything else.
I mean, he's never done any wrong.
No, Kanye West famously a man who is nothing to apologize for.
Speaking of apologies, I posted this in the Discord recently, but
oh yeah, you guys should join the Discord, listeners.
Sure.
I'll follow the Twitter, Bad Boy Crimes Pod on Twitter, and I will post a link to the Discord on the Twitter. I think I'll do that at some point. And you guys should, if you're listening, you should join the Discord. It's fun.
It's a good time.
We have lots of good conversation. You meet some new friends. It's great. Anyway, what were you saying?
So in 2009, at the VMAs, Kanye got real drunk on Hennessy, and like there are pictures of him going to the VMAs
Yeah.
with like just a bottle of Hennessy, and he just like they just let him in, and I was like, that's kind of on you at this point.
Yeah.
You knew something was going to happen, so he goes on stage, he grabs the mic, and he's a little bit rude to Taylor Swift. Not wrong. At no point was he wrong during that night, but he was a
That
little
is,
bit
I mean,
rude.
yeah, he was being not the most respectful, but yeah, you don't like, I don't disagree with. He was
See,
calling out white women mediocrity, which nobody is brave enough to call out anymore,
absolutely, like black excellence
other
takes
than
a
me.
backseat. Black excellence takes a backseat to white mediocrity all the time, and people, every award show, every single one, the VMAs, the Grammys, the Oscars, everyone is always like, "Yo, this person got robbed," or like, "This is like a terrible call." No one is ever happy with who wins the awards, and Kanye is a person in power to do something about it, and he's like, people are going to be mad afterwards. Like
Yeah.
when the show's over, Twitter is going to be like, "Hey, what the fuck,
Yeah. In
VMAs?"
2009, Twitter was really going to be going off.
I don't remember what was happening in 2009, but like people would be like, "That was not a good call." Beyonce definitely did have the more iconic video, which to this day, absolutely true.
Which, what, I forget what videos were.
It was "Single Ladies" for Beyonce,
Uh huh.
and Taylor Swift was what's the one that's like uh cheerleader, I'm in the
Oh, You
bleachers.
Belong With Me.
Yeah, that one. You
That
remember
one
that
won.
music video? That one over Single Ladies.
Yeah, that's. I mean, like, I don't really like. To be honest, I don't like either of them. But like, Single Ladies is more visually interesting and like distinct.
Single Ladies has
Whereas
one of the
You Belong
best
With Me is
videos of
just
all time.
like, it's fine. It's just sort of. I mean, I don't like the song Single
It
Ladies. I don't like Beyonce's music that much.
No, I also don't. But You Belong With Me, now that I remember what video it is, it looks like it was
Made it by
just
a high
like,
schooler.
yeah, like it just looks like it's a Lifetime movie, just like the way it's lit or something. Like it looks like it's a
Like,
straight
Taylor
to,
has better music videos than that. Obviously, like, they're her more recent ones.
yeah,
Well, I
she's
say more recent, but I would say like 2014, 2015 era Taylor Swift, because I don't like any of her, like, um what was it, 1989.
Reputation.
Reputation's
It,
bad,
yeah,
album.
very bad album.
I didn't listen to, I didn't listen to the two that
Folklore.
she drops last year.
I
um
also have not.
did she drop
Anyway,
another one in between Reputation and those two?
I don't think so.
Maybe it was just a single and I didn't like that either.
Yeah. I have a lot of hate for what Taylor Swift does with her power, and
She
we're
doesn't
not
really
going to get
do
into that.
anything other than just whine about men that.
I think she's been insanely rude to Kanye her entire career since 2009.
Oh no, she had Lover that came out in 2019.
Nobody knows what that is. That's
It's the
fine.
one.
Anyway,
Okay.
let's not do a Taylor Swift conversation.
You're
Um,
like,
so after immediately after, like within hours of the VMA's situation, Kanye posted on his blog, KanyeUniverseCity.com.
yeah.
This is his apology in all caps. I'm so sorry to Taylor Swift and her fans and her mom. I spoke to her mother right after, and she said the same thing my mother would have said. She is very talented. I like the lyrics about being a cheerleader and she's in the bleachers. Which, like, I think that he was being genuine about that. And it just, like, he doesn't realize how condescending that comes off.
I mean, I do the same thing. I think in a lot of ways, me and Kanye West are very similar.
That's why I like you both. I'm in the wrong. I'm in the wrong for going on stage and taking away from her moment. Beyonce's video was the best of this decade. I'm sorry to my fans if I let you guys down. I'm sorry to my friends at MTV. I will apologize to Taylor tomorrow when he did 2 MRW. Welcome to the real world. Everybody want to boo me, but I'm a fan of real pop culture. No disrespect, but we watching the show at the crib right now because, well, you know. I'm still happy for Taylor. Booyah. You are very, very talented. I gave my awards to Outkast when they deserved it over me. That's what it is. I'm not crazy, y'all. I'm just real. Sorry for that. I really feel bad for Taylor, and I'm sincerely sorry. Much respect.
This has sounded like the apologies I give women for when I wrong them.
Like, it's hard to
That's
get
a
a read
joke.
on that. Yeah. It's hard to get a read on this because, like, I think that he's being genuine, but
I
also,
don't think he's self-aware enough to know that, like, to do that in a way where he's like saying all that stuff and like not actually meaning it. You know what I mean?
yeah, I
Because if he
think
was, he just wouldn't have phrased it that way.
yeah, he's not the kind of guy to do a fake apology.
No.
If he doesn't feel he should apologize, then he's not going to. But he just throwing in like Beyonce's video is the best of this decade.
Yeah, he doubles down. He's like, no, not that it should have won. It's actually the best of the whole decade, which is definitely not true. I mean, Electric Feel, what a music video.
Sure.
That's a good
Why
one.
not? Why not? And he still does that to this day. He still is like so bad at complimenting people. He was talking about as the head of Adidas
Yeah.
that he wanted to reunite Adidas and Puma, which used to collab a lot because the CEOs or the presidents are brothers, and they had a difference of opinion on the direction of the company. So one of them split off and made Puma. And so Kanye was like, I'm the head of Adidas now. I want to reunite Adidas and Puma, whose designs are all like horribly trash, but we need to reunite.
I don't think they're that bad.
Have you ever like purchased a Puma shoe?
Yeah, in like middle school.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they had some decent shoes like a decade ago. I haven't bought anything from them in years.
Doja Cat had one of their shoes from the women's line.
A notorious villain and
Yeah,
criminal Doja Cat.
Dogecoin a cat.
That's me, actually.
Yeah. I'm glad you like that joke because I said it 3 times last episode and I got nothing.
I don't think I even heard it.
That's good.
I'm sure the audience probably didn't either. It might have gotten eaten.
It might have.
Yeah, Doja Cat. She didn't show her boobs real hard, and she said she was going to, and I'll never forgive her.
Yeah.
She's not a person of her word.
I mean,
she's also racist.
Well,
allegedly.
I don't know if black people can be racist.
They can be racist to other black people.
That's fair. I kind of got nothing right now.
This is a social justice podcast.
Yeah, we care about the people. I just worked for 12 hours and I'm tired.
How's the candy factory?
Oh, it's fine actually. I was gonna say it's the worst thing of all time, but it's just fine. My boss was just like, "Hey, this week, just like only do half of your job," and I was like, "All right."
You're cool. Like, don't have to say anything more than that, boss.
Yeah, I was like sick. Yeah, so I did a lot less of my job this week, and I feel better about the world.
That's great.
We're recording on a new process because our producer is the bad boy of the week.
Yeah,
did we do that?
He's been let go.
He has
He's been laid off. because of
as
because
as
of poor
former president.
investments on our end. We had to let him go
Yeah,
to recoup
as
the
as
losses.
former president might say, "Excuse me, sir, you have lost your job."
Good one.
Listen, I'm tired. I'm looking at the waveforms, and there's an option for me to kick you from the recording. So it just says kick, and I'm looking at waveforms, and I think that I'm making music for a second.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But yeah, I mean, sure. If you want to
Yeah.
wrap it up early, we can.
No, the people have requested longer
This
episodes.
a person has requested longer
The
episodes.
people, the
Yeah,
fan base.
it's growing.
Yeah. Even if it's only one, you just say fan base, and it sounds like it's a lot of people.
Yeah, many German people listen to this podcast.
It's actually true. There's
We should get a
men.
We should look up German crimes so we
I don't
can.
know if there are any.
I think there's at least one big German crime.
Yeah, that's
I don't know
that's a
which one. I'm sure every country's got
I'm
one big
sure there's
crime.
one. Yeah. I believe it. I, you know,
Yeah,
you get it.
I get it, man.
You get it, man.
Dude, I get
For those of you wondering why there's no soundboard this week,
it. Yeah, for those who are really upset that there's no longer.
I'm sure because we haven't mentioned it, and it was a
Bruh.
big part. It was a big part. This is a big part of the show. The soundboard has also been let go due to budget constraints.
Yeah, the stock market really took a turn. It really
Yeah.
negatively impacted
I put
our lives.
$12 into Ethereum, and oh boy, I'm strapped. So
Hey, my Dogecoin's going up. That's the only meme stock I bought that did well.
yeah, I don't imagine that it's gonna do that well.
Well, it was doing really poorly, and it bounced back because Elon tweeted about it.
Yeah, I feel like he should have his Twitter taken away as well.
Yeah, I read an interesting article about people on social media. Like, it was about how feminists only do hot takes because that's what gets you followers, and they also want to be an influencer. This is social media feminism stuff, not real life feminism, which is probably good. But I think social media feminism is often cringy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
feminism
interesting that
is
they have to just say inflammatory shit just to be an influencer, which is, I don't know. I feel like people trying to be influencers sucks.
yeah. I don't want to have influence over anybody at any point in my life.
We should clip parts of the show and put them on TikTok though.
I'm sure that'll go well.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would. If we
It's
had good
working for
clips.
Daniel.
It's working great for Daniel. That's why I was thinking. I was like, we could do that. You have TikTok, just talk about get the horse conversation, put a video of a horse or something. Take the Sopranos clips of Tony with his horse, have the horse recording done.
Yeah, I guess I could do that.
There's our viral content. And I don't know what other clips we have that are good.
I mean, that would be a good promo clip for a true crime podcast.
Which is why it's so funny.
It would be very funny to just have the caption be like, please listen to my true crime podcast.
Yeah, people will be like, well, this makes no sense. I have to give it a listen.
Or they will just swipe up.
Yeah. I don't miss TikTok. I'm glad
I miss it, and
I
I was
quit it
looking
just
at
to
it.
impress a girl.
I miss it, and I was on TikTok right before recording. So
Oh, did you see what that Kanye, because we've been talking about Kanye a lot this episode.
we
Um,
have
according to Vanity Fair, Kanye West and his 500 pairs of sneakers have moved out of
Kim's house,
yeah.
officially Kim's house, and nobody else's. It is kind of funny that we have talked so much about Kanye and haven't mentioned any of the recent news about him.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think that it's all fake.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like
You
it.
don't think they're gonna get divorced? Because I
I
don't think he actually like hooked up with Jeffree Star or anything.
No, absolutely not. That lie was made up by the girl who licked an airplane toilet seat. Do you remember that in like March of last year?
I remember hearing about this, but I don't remember that the story. If that makes sense.
I remember. So for those of you who also don't remember, because it was a busy year. Um, it was at the beginning of the pandemic. It was like March or April, and this girl went on TikTok and she was like the Get COVID challenge, and she just licked a toilet seat in an airplane. Um,
Did she get
and
COVID?
she absolutely did.
Great.
Not a great,
Mission mission accomplished. I'm proud
yeah,
of her.
yeah, not a great move on her part. Um, yeah, so she's the one who claimed that Kanye hooked up with Jeffree Star, and then she came out and admitted that she made it up. So that didn't happen for sure.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't think that they're gonna get a divorce. They like literally tabloids have been saying that since they got married.
That is
Um,
true.
like every time I see a tabloid when I'm at the local apothecary, um, they they say that they're getting divorced.
I don't know. I
So
mean, I feel like based on what I've been reading, not that there's any real truth behind any of that, right? But it seems like Kim is probably kind of sick of Kanye, like being Kanye.
yeah, I mean, like there's also the thing where Kanye tweeted that he's been asking for a divorce for several months. That's when he was like, "I'm at the ranch, Chris Jenner, come get me" or whatever.
Yeah. Oh,
Uh,
I love that he has a ranch in Wyoming. That's so cool.
he is quite a cool guy. I
And
feel like,
he's like, I'm gonna go get my shoes from my ranch in Wyoming.
yeah, he has many houses, and they're all cool.
I wouldn't want like if I was super like incredibly rich, I would probably only have like one house and maybe like a little secret apartment somewhere to like hide out in if I don't want to be
Like
in the
in the
house.
same city, though.
Yeah, like because I wouldn't want to deal with
It's like a
all of
15
the
minute drive.
yeah. Like I wouldn't want to
I don't
deal
think he
with
deals with it.
that. I mean, I guess that's true. You're just so rich, but I wouldn't want to pay somebody to deal with that either.
I don't think he notices, but you know,
Yeah, I guess if
it
you're so
is.
wealthy, you can just kind of do whatever. It doesn't matter. Good for
Um,
him.
yeah. Here's my thing. Now I hate billionaires,
Yeah,
but like black billionaires, I respect a lot.
they're very cool.
I'm just like, yeah, eat the rich, but like Kanye, Jay Z, like leave
They're
them
all
alone.
right.
Leave them alone. But also like they did come from not nothing, but
Not like for like normal people, at
like
least.
yeah, like Kanye grew up with a single mom who was an English teacher.
Yeah,
He's you know he's starting from the bottom a lot more than Drake did.
yeah. Drake did not really start from the boat. Drake's so funny.
I hate Drake.
I
He
like
makes me so mad.
Drake's music, but I think he's a douche.
He
Um,
makes me so mad.
what do you think about Chrissy Teigen?
I read the news about her unfortunate restaurant incident.
What was
And
that?
that's not why you're bringing her up.
What was the
Um,
restaurant incident? I
she
know.
tweeted, she was like, "What's the most like? What's something that happened where you paid more
Oh
than
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah. Where
expected
she
to?"
like had like a $31,000 bill because she was recommended like
Yeah,
wine, and they just took it.
yeah, yeah. She didn't even drink all of it. And everyone's like, "Oh yeah, I also relate to that time that I spent $13,000 for no reason, and then just like went home and acted like nothing happened."
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't thinking of that specific example, but I was thinking of like because she tweeted recently where she's like, "Yeah, the dog shit inside. I'm just gonna
Uh, I did
wait to
also
deal with
see
it
that.
tomorrow, and then pretend to clean it when the maid shows up, so that it doesn't look like I just left it there, and then she can clean it." And I was like, "Whoo boy, that's
Yeah,
rough."
I also think that she's a pedophile, but my wife gets upset when I say that. So
Oh, well, why do you? Why do you think that? Because I wasn't going to go there. I just think
do you
she's
have any?
incredibly out of touch, and I don't understand why like white women on Twitter like want to defend her.
Um,
I
yeah.
don't get
So
it.
she allegedly she was on the Epstein flight logs,
Oh, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I remember reading that.
and then they're like, but if you look at the date of when she was on the logs, she was like 16. So, and I was like, you know,
That could go either way.
yeah, like perhaps she was being trafficked and
Yeah,
then just like joined in later because she had a lot of concerning tweets that came out when the flight log was alleged. Um,
yeah.
a lot of very weird. I'm trying to find them.
Wait,
Trying to
how old
find
is
them.
Chrissy Teigen?
She's like 28. I'm
Wait,
guessing. I have
she's
no idea.
what?
She's married to John Legend. So take my guess with a little
How
bit.
old is
She's
she?
35.
Oh, okay,
She's 35.
I'm like, she's not my age. That I would.
No, yeah. Um, so there are a lot of weird tweets about like finding children at beauty pageants sexy and things like that.
Oh, that is
I'll, I'll
a
I'll find
little bit of a bad
yeah
look.
I'll find the exact ones. But what happened when all this came out? People were finding these old tweets where she said really concerning shit. She said one kid looked like a porn star or something. Very
Boy.
very strange. And so all these people were like retweeting these old tweets, being like, "What the fuck?" And then um, somebody found out that she deleted 28,000 tweets and blocked 1 million people on Twitter in one night. Um, very, very weird. And then it turned out to be 60,000 tweets that she deleted. Um,
It's probably a good move.
yeah.
Yeah, I found this article. Like I Google Chrissy Teigen, and the first article is Chrissy Teigen is not your BFF. Um, I don't know. I take issue with these like people who pretend to be relatable on like she LARPs is like a regular person, but it's like you're very much clearly not.
Yeah. Absolutely not. Um, trying to find these dang tweets.
And like I don't even have an issue with people like flexing wealth on Twitter. Just don't like pretend to be a regular person when you do that. Like the dude who put
Yeah.
a diamond that's worth millions of dollars into his forehead. I don't think he's pretending to be like just, the average
Yeah,
girl.
he is who he is.
Yeah.
Lil Uzi Vert, quite a character.
I don't think he's LARPing as being a relatable gal on Twitter. Um,
Yeah. You know that diamond costs more than his house?
if I ever see him, I am ripping it out of his skull.
Oh, it's already been removed.
uh, what? Damn.
Yeah. It was like less than 24 hours where he got it in his head,
It's like
and
maybe
everyone's.
this was a bad move.
Well, then he posted a picture where it was bleeding, and he was like, if this doesn't get taken out properly, I could die. And he looked very scared.
I thought that was the after, but getting it put in picture. I just thought
No.
that's what he looked like. Okay, that makes more sense. But I want
Uh,
to just like Thanos pull it out of his skull,
yeah,
and then put it into my
that's
Infinity Gauntlet, and
that's the idea.
yeah,
Yeah, so he might die, which would be bad.
we don't celebrate death on this podcast.
No, death is bad. Anyway, I found these Chrissy Teigen tweets. Um,
Where
there's a
she's a
lot of them.
pedophile.
Yeah, so that seems a little bit um, self-aggrandizing. What's the word? A little bit attention grabbing, exaggeratory. But check out this one. I just saw a baby that looked like a porn star, like a trashy do anything porn star. Is this wrong to think?
Ugh.
Not great. And then there's
No.
this one. Seeing little girls do the splits half naked is just ... I want to put myself in jail.
Yeah, that's a little concerning. I mean, it could, with the context of being on the flights, that's weird, but also I guess you could see somebody watching those, and maybe she has to for some, like maybe she's required to.
Yeah, I believe she was judging children's beauty pageants.
So maybe
Uh,
she was just being like, I'm going to shit on this because it's weird. I guess she wasn't famous then, though, was she?
this was 2011.
Oh,
So
okay.
I
She
believe that
was.
she was. And then there's this one. This is a reply to something that I don't know whether she's replying to. Um, but he just said the cleanest and best pleasure is to have sex with a 13-year-old up until that. Ha 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 ha.
What?
I don't know. Here's another one. I'm bored. Really want to watch kids give birth. Where can I watch teens giving birth?
How has she not gotten canceled for these?
I am about to
Especially
Anthony
when
Weiner this kid.
like James Gunn got canceled for like a lot less. And granted, that's like there's a whole thing behind that, but that's fucked up. Also, I think we're almost at an hour.
Yeah, we're at 57 minutes.
I gotta get ready for work. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
Chrissy
fine.
Teigen, probably a
Bad boy.
pedophile.
Yeah.
We had a lot of bad boys this episode. We really stepped up the discussion about crime.
Yeah. This is we're gonna title this one True Crime Truly.
Not just Kanye West. Kanye West and many true crimes.
But he's innocent man.
Yeah. A persecute.
Yeah.
He's a victim of many true crimes.
He absolutely is. And here's why. AOC was crying on Instagram. AOC is crying on Instagram that she almost got murdered. She almost lost her life. And everyone's like, wow, what a hero. Which, like, yeah, sure. I'm not going to take that away from AOC. But Kanye was crying, talking about almost losing his daughter's life. And everyone's like, wow, lock him up. He's a sociopath.
Yeah, people don't like it when the boys have a cry.
Yeah.
They don't like it.
I thought it was rude. Anyway, that's how we're going to end this one.
Yep. Follow our Twitters.
Yeah. Do it up.
Join the Discord.
Listen,
Listen to old
listen to my
episodes.
music. Don't listen to the old ones. Listen
Uh,
to the last episode.
listen to or watch my YouTube channel, Robinson B. Caruso on YouTube. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
that's about it. So
do something creative. Let's let's bring it back to that.
yeah, and tell us about it somewhere.
Yeah, just like get a skywriter.
If you have any true crimes you would like us to talk about, say in the Discord what they are, and maybe we will, but probably not.
Yeah, because we got a lot in the back burner.
Yeah, this train's gonna be going for a long time.
We got a long list, a
Yeah,
laundry list. I don't know what a laundry list means.
I don't think there is such a thing.
Yeah, like I got a laundry list of
Oh yeah, that is a thing. Damn.
yeah.
Yeah, that's peculiar. All right, well, I gotta go. So,
All right. Good night.
yeah, bye.